Hello everybody, welcome. I'm your host DK10. We are back for another week. It is VGT week and we are in the minutes at Fuji Speedway. We're seeing none other than the Chalk sitting on pole position. A good pole position lap time as well. It was fantastic. Don't know what's going off here. Yeah, there we go. Very good, very good. So seem to have lost all momentum. What? It's hot, damn hot. DK10 in a Tron Limited machine, qualified second there. Not a big fan of Fuji Speedway, is he not? No, he isn't. But stuck here on second place nonetheless. Offskis is in third place with his championship rival right outside of him, Mr. C. Mr. Cutler starting fourth place. Dazzler will start in fifth. Old Crawler sixth. Ricky J in 7th, Joyce in 8th, and the Keeners in 9th. We are missing two drivers. We are missing DMK Duskiver and DMK Aldo as well, which we will go through that a little bit later on. But let's get underway. We're going to start here with one of the championship protagonists. Let's get it underway. Sharp as you like. Where's these lights? Let's go. One light, two lights, three lights. 4 lights, 5, pause, and they're green. We are good to go here at Fuji right now. That's a good launch by Mr. C. DK10 already pulling over, get the slip off the chalk, not giving Mr. C and nothing. Oh, we're not. And who is that? That is Dazzler sailing it straight through the pair of them, coming through like a wrecking ball. Mr. C getting the run out of turn 1. There you go, Mr. C, no slip. Drove it straight down the inside. Dazzler coming through like a good one as well. Between the Mr. C and DK10. DK10 second down to 4th already. Offskis is up to 3rd. Chalk in the championship rival sandwich is in 2nd place. Or is that the Joyce out there? He's sailing away out there in 6th place. Just coming together with a Dazzler. No harm, no foul. He can run very deep there as well. So no bother. Picking up 500 loyalty points as you do. Bit of contact early on. But no bother. Ricky J up to 5th. Who did win in our... he has got a win under his belt in the DMK is Ricky J. We are running Fuji tonight with no chicane. So it's pretty simple. As you see Old Crawler coming back on track there in 7th place. Having a look at Dazzler. Dazzler shutting the door on Old Crawler there. A long way to go. 30 minutes this race. A bit of... hasty cracking on already, and the Keenley's here and the Joyce coming together as well. There was no wrong with that. Coming back on as well, giving each other a bit of a tap there. Running the DMK-RC logo, you love it. And she's leading Joyce at the end of that one. Keenley's leading the Joyce. Joyce will be in the slip. As Chalk's got the run, what happened to Mr. C? Down here in 5th place, we've missed it. Mr. C has dropped a nugget somewhere. It can only be in sector 3. As up front, we have got the Chalk fending off Offskis and DMK, DK10, all under the back door of each other here. DK10 needs this to keep his championship hopes alive, because it's looking a bit of a fight at the moment between Offskis and Mr. C. And I've got the tables to see who was leading going into this round. Give me a second, we'll get it up. Where's this? The mini rumble. Well, currently heading into tonight, it was DMK Aldo was leading on 52 points. Then it was Offskis on. There's Offskis currently chasing down the Chalk. He's currently sitting in 2nd place and 2nd in the table as well on 36 points. The Chalk currently leading this race. He is on 35 points, and Mr. C, who's down here in 6th place, he is on. He's in 4th place in the standings at the moment. Heading into tonight on 27 points. DK10, like I said, needs this to put up a bit of a fight here. As he's having a look with Offskis as well, getting a good run. 30 minutes tie where a few ways on 4 and 3. The beast. DK10 is in 5th in the standings, just 1 point behind Mr. C. Ricky J, who's currently 4th right now, is 6th in the table on 24 points. Dazzler 67 is next. He is on 19 points. Waldy is missing this race, unfortunately. I think that puts him out of running as Grandmaster as well, but is on 18 points. TLG Joyce is on 16. Bikinis is on 13 and an Old Crawler. He did miss a week. He's down there on 12 points. So no bother. No bother at all as Ricky J's having a look at the Dazzler all under his back door here, heading out of turn 1. Caught that. He'd say heading into tonight he'd want to put on a charge. Wants to make a name. Wants to become Grandmaster, as I'm sure everybody does in there. We've got a long way to go yet. This Thursday we'll see the Group 4s heading to DT Gardens and the Group 3s are heading to Catalonia, which I really don't get on with Catalonia at the best of times, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. The Keeneland's still in 8th for Joyce is some way back from the Keeneland as well, picking up loyalty points for fun, or 400 of them. Chalk still leading the way, putting a 139.9. Not too bad at all as Oscars and DK10 running it out wide. Tyre wear and fuel wear is pretty even between these two. So we'll soon see. A long way to go yet, or 26 minutes left of this race. We have got the pendulum race. I'm going to call it the pendulum race after this one. I will shut the stream down and boot up again. But yeah, we've got the pendulum, the fuel muncher. Nice to see. We gained the spot. He's up to 5th. He's going to be chasing after Dazzler now. Not much of a slipstream chain going on apart from Ricky J, who's under the slip of Mr. C. Is the tyre just coming down? Well, it's not really a palm circuit regarding this. What can be described as probably a 2-mile long straight. It's absolutely beasting as Ricky J just pulls out the slipstream there, missed the cut again, and it done up the inside. Dazzler went to turn in on Ricky J there. Ricky J is on the inside line. No stewards reports were brought in, but that has completely, yeah, that will happen. Dirty tyres, GT physics, unable to get the power down as eager as he wanted, but that has put him right down the order. This is 7th place, but off the back now. Through 130 up. Old Crawler in 6th. Mr. C in 5th. Chasing down Dazzler up the inside of Dazzler as well. Up to a 4th. Got that move done. Oh, I think that Coca-Cola. I don't know. I did used to know the corners here, but yeah, completely forgot. Get confused. His Dazzler's having a look at Mr. C. Mr. C shut in that door there. Dazzler showing his nose up the inside there. Not quite. Mr. C later on the brakes, tucking it in real smart. Mr. C's running a mini league on a Monday night. It's 23 seasons in. 23 seasons in. It's got to be absolutely blessed. It's absolutely fantastic little league to get into. We do have a few more drivers in as well. So it was on about, I did say the other week that it was on about opening another lobby if 1 or 2 more join in. Because the amount of drivers, plus we've got reserve drivers, so we shall see what he does with that one. Really good racing. We've got Blue Moon Bay this week. Didn't have a good race myself, although I do normally do quite well there. You can see I'm a 140. DK10's on a 140 as well, as is Offskis and the Chalks, and just dropped into the 140s now after his new fastest lap of a 139.5. As the Keeneland's down to 9th. Oh, it's a Joyce down to 9th. Keeneland's still in 8th. Beat in the Joyce. She did say she wants to beat the Joyce this evening. Certainly doing so as well. Coming on leaps and bounds, this girl. Ricky J, recovery driving after that contact with Dazzler into turn 1. Not quite sure what happened there. Old Crawler. Quiet driver. Consistent driver. The only thing he's lacking is he's been on a podium once or twice, but just the win is just eluding him just a little. But I think it's driver drag car combination for Old Crawler. But certainly knows how to throw his car about. Doing well as well in 6th. Dazzler still in 5th, fighting with Mr. C. Having a look down the inside, going 4 tenths blue. So hanging on to the coattails of Mr. C. And it's not a bad wing to be under, to be fair. Mr. C does know how to save fuel and save his tyres, knows how to run to a strategy, knows how to run to a time. Certainly one to watch in these coming races, especially when we bring on the big boys, the big Team VGTs. Will be needed. He's in the Super Sport Rocco for that. We're at Tokyo, we start a loop now. That straight at Tokyo is an absolute monster. The cars there did not great on fuel as it is. Yeah. It's going to be another good race. DK10 in a bit of a land of his own at the moment. Just dropped off the pace of Offskis and the Chalk. Oski's just stepping up in the 1:39.9s. Chalk did one of those just a little while ago. But yeah, Oskis needs this as well for his championship as well. But you can't count out the Chalk. He's a driver's champion for the team manufacturers. So he was up there on his own for most of this, well, mainly off 98% of the season. He's been absolutely prolific for Team Subaru and the team manufacturers, which was absolutely brilliant. There was a good little leak, and Chalk is the driver's champion for that. Trophy is on his way to him. Me and Duskiver, DK10 and Duskiver, was the constructors champions for Team Mazda, believe it or not. So yeah, although Chalk's teammate died off towards the end and that, so due to work commitments and that, so Mazda managing to just win out on the constructors. Chalk was the driver's champion. It was a good little battle as well. Had a good all season. Yeah, it's finally a driver's champion. Duskiver's a champion. He won the sprint and endurance league as well. So, but we shall see. Should be back this week, Duskiver. Hoping. And now hopefully we'll get him back this week as well, but we shall see. Butler 140.7, DK10 140.8 that time around. So attempts to the goodies Cutler right now. Let's have a go through the fuel. Chalk's tank 1.25, front tyres looking a bit meh. As is, Oski's has got a bit more fuel, so it might be able to stay out that one lap longer than the Chalk. Tyres about the same. DK10's on par with Chalk. Cutler's on par with Oski's. But we've got a good 2 laps in the tank. We shall see. Dazzler as well is probably on par with Chalk and DK10. Crawler's used more fuel, and that front left is looking a little bit worse for Whit. Ricky J as well is on par with Mr. C, and yeah, this bit of front left taking a bit of an hammering, doesn't it, around here? Which I can only move into this corner here and the fast corner as we go through onto sector 3. Everybody else still the same. I said to say to the drivers when we started this league, strategy is your own. You can run whatever sort of tyre, light, softs, mediums, hards, whichever you think will work best. But everybody opts to race the softs first. It is the faster tyre obviously, but it takes 1 or 2 lower laps to get warmed up than the others, I would say. The mediums for me on this car seem to kick in pretty early, but I don't know if it's just the way the car is, whether it suited the mediums better, but yeah, we shall see. As Oskis is in the slip, heading down to turn 1, just coming over halfway now. He's right there, might be able to sail one down the inside. The lap time 1.1 slower this time around was the Chalk. Oskis has got that lead so far. See if Chalk wants to flick it back up for the switch. Gets it done as well. Chalk gets that switch back made perfect. A good clean racing by these two. Just how you like it. DK10 is still in 3rd place. Mr. C not too far behind. 140 flat. DK10 148, 147. I'd probably be happy with 4th or 5th if I'm honest around here. The only other driver that I know that loves a bit of FUJI, but he did when I first met him, Martin JL09. I seen him race some McGann around this circuit and just left everybody for dead. As Mr. C runs out wide there, picking up the dirt for those behind him. And over then the Dazzler is in 5th. Bob Crawler's still in 6th. Ricky J's in 7th place. Made a bit of a closure on old Crawler. 142 that time around for a constant 141s now from Ricky J, who just runs over the same bit of grass as Mr. C did. Turned out to be a good event, to be fair. I enjoyed this one. It is good, the mixture of cars, although we have got the 1-mate class, we've got the team event, we've got the group 3s and the group 4s as well, which is, it's turned out to be really well. We have got the prizes as well. You get a mug, you get your outdoor canister, you get your t-shirt, you get a trophy coming with that as well, so I'm sure it'll be good. The pictures was posted on Facebook for that. Yeah. Very good. Not going to let the drivers go away empty-handed. And we have got 4 different drivers leading the championship. So we did have Aldo leading this championship as well as old Crawler is in the pits from 6. That promotes Dazzler and Ricky J. That promotes Ricky J up to 6. There's a fair old pit stop here to say the least. Pit entry's got a little bit of a scandy onto it, and let's see if he gets his fuel right. Did have a few fuel mix-ups the other week. Mr. C noticeably under-fueled himself around Blue Moon. But yeah, it's been done. I've done it myself. Short fuel, needed that extra lap of fuel. Didn't quite get there, but yeah. Old Crawler, the first to blink, in 8th place. There's a fair old pit stop. The King is in 9th. DMK Chalky's still leading the way from Offskis is all over his back door. Chalky's in this lap. I'm not sure if Offskis will get the extra lap. It looks like he made it. He's got a bit of fuel. He has been in the slip of the chalk, so he hasn't used as much fuel as the chalk, weirdly enough. Even with that overspeed. There will be a chalk in the pits this lap on lap 9. 15 minutes in, another 15 to go, so the chalk is in the pits. Offskis is going to follow him in very fast indeed. What does Mr. C do? Mr. C is going to risk it for a biscuit and go around, try and build up. This is the lap he needs now to build up the lap. DK10 is also in the pits as well. Mr. C needs to put pressure on them behind him who's in the pits. Get a good lap. See if you can get the overcut. I'm just going to the pits now. DK10 is in, tyres are coming off. Chalk's being fueled. Offskis is being fueled. Dazzler's not in his box yet. Now he is. Who's going to get away out of these 2 first? Fuel still going in. I think he's going for full tank. Offskis is out. Got the run. That's a good stop, but I do believe, did he change his tyres? Yes, he has changed his tyres as well, and he's gained time on the chalk. He's short fueled, 3/4 of a tank. Clever. Chalk went for a full tank, so he can bean it all the way to the end of this race. There's Mr. C. He's all on his own. Got a 1/3 of the track to himself, well, 1/4 of the track, should I say, to himself. He is going to need to stop now for fuel and tyres. His own fronts look like they're going to be giving up the ghost very soon. He has been pushing this lap. Need to get this exit right. There's an awkward corner to get right as well. It's not the easiest. Cut that. Leading the way right now. Who is in the pits? That's the key that's in the pits. And Mr. C. Oh, he's gone in out there, clipping the wall on his way through. There's Ricky J. There's Ricky J. There's Offskis as well. I think Offskis is going to be the net leader here. Ricky J will need to pit as well this lap from 2nd place. Offskis got a great drive out of there. Ricky J's in the pits, going to send Offskis down the road. Tyres going on for Mr. C. All the chalk as well get Mr. C. Yeah, Offskis takes the lead. Mr. C's fueling up right now. In is away. The eagerness to get away. Just over half a tank. Offskis leads the way from Cutler and the chalk. His tyres 1 lap older than Mr. Cutler's. We did do the 24-hour league race in the karts, which was streamed as well. That was a very good event, what have we said. I do believe it got washed out though through the night, which was unfortunate, but cracking little event it was, the 24-hour karting. Really, really good. DK10's on a fresh set as well, and he didn't fuel up very much either by the looks of it. Only sitting in 4th place. Dazzler is there as well, same amount of fuel and fresh set of tyres as is old Frank, old Crawler. Ricky J back down to 7th place after that stop. Joyce is leading the way from the Keenleys, who's not too far behind, just straight away. Oh, Offskis! Well, I say I've been impressed Oscars is racing this season. Very impressive. Mixing it up since his return. Found the groove. He's arriving in second place, Mr. C. Could come down to a battle of Oscars and Cutler for becoming Grand Master this season, but we shall see. Like I said, a long way to go. Looking forward to the running. Hope we don't ever tie, otherwise I'll have to go and roll back. But yeah, or we just have a shootout. You know what I mean? There's a chalk in the slipstream, throwing it down the inside of Mr. C, getting that move done as well. Mr. C getting a good exit there and getting the switchback as well. The switchback is strong in turn 1. Seen it done twice already. Mr. C, no, he don't want to be dropping any points over Oscars. These two keep fighting. Oscars will build that gap up front. DK10 a bit lonely in 4th place. Just a little bit. Dazzler's in 5th. O'Crawler regained his 6th place. Ricky J all on his own. Fresh air either side in 7th. Joyce 8th. Keeler's 9th. Oscar is still leading the way. But this is where it is. Which order will these finish on the podium? Chalk has a look up the inside of Mr. C. It's an awkward corner to throw your nose underneath somebody there. You've got to trust the driver at the side here at least. Chalk needs to get the exit here right. Takes a wider line, gets the switch back. Right under the rear ring is where he wants to be. So looks like he's got a good run out of there. There's the Chalk. He has as well. Now in car view on these VGTs, we've just got a bit of the bonnet here. As you can see, there's a mini and Chalk off the straightaway, already caught Mr. C in the slip. Ooh, getting a bit of a bump draft there. That will help Chalk in his process to catch Oscars as well. Now he's bump drafting, you can't overtake him. It wouldn't be right. It would be classed as a push to pass. I think they're working together to catch the car in front, which is Oscars. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a gap, probably 3 or 4 seconds to the Chalk and Mr. C. Did it a few times. 2 cars are faster than 1 around here, especially in any straight line circuit. You see, you're alright to bump draft here to your heart's content, but when it comes to the team event, you're only allowed to bump draft your teammate. Those were the rules. So let it be written, so let it be done, as they say. Who keeps sending me automated messages? Who is it? Don't find your perfect man. How can you help? Naked HDW XYZ. Whatever that fucker is. Don't know what that is. Junk spam. Should be allowed in the stream, should it? It's just spam all the time. I can't need that one. Chalk. Mr. C running wide. Chalk will already be in that slip. Mr. C's going to try and go defensive, but Chalk got an excellent run out of there, already up to 2nd place. There's Oscars. He's just come over the start-finish line, and Chalk and Mr. C 2nd and 3rd now. Mr. C tucking in the slipstream of the Chalk. Heading down into turn 1, very hard braking zone. You want to be about 150, 125 on the brakes here. Lift off the brake, let the front end turn in and power out. Be careful on the rumble strips because it can send you sideways, as Chalk nearly found out. There's a divot in the curbing, red and white curbing, a little bit of a pothole, shall we say, strip, and you get your tyre in there. Bury your throttle, it will send you right round. Chalk has pulled the gap to Mr. C already. Mr. C got good tyres compared to the Chalk. Oscars as well is on par with the Chalk, but Chalk's got more fuel, so he's more able to push and chase down Oscars, which I've no doubt he will do. And we have got a bit of a train now as Cutler, DK10. Dazzler's not too far behind either. So these three not too far apart. DK10's called Mr. C now. Seven minutes to go. Mr. C has dropped out of the fight with the chalk, inviting DK10 onto his back. Unless there's no point in playing the game with 7 minutes to go. We've got a yellow flag. That is the Keenley's out there on the circuit. There she is. She's just recovering that, which worked out well for those chasing. Chalk has already taken time out of Oskis as well on that lap alone. Although it's a red lap for the Chalk, so 139.7 compared to Oskis' 143. So Oskis has actually had an Oskis somewhere. And that has brought the Chalk some 4 seconds nearly faster than Oskis that lap. And that's invited the Chalk, who's not afraid to sail one down the inside, so we say. Does not want to force a move either, but another driver who, when we met him, a few drivers in the room nicknamed him the Cube because he was potting a few back doors in. But since he's become one with his wheel and his chair, and he's become one with the track as of late, certainly racecraft has come into its own for the Chalk now, and a champion in his own right, as we said earlier. Now he needs to put in a champion's drive. 15 laps in so far, 5 minutes to go, and Chalk's going to have a look up the inside here of Oskis. Would have been a brave move. Got it all to do, so he should do what he did to Mr. C, and DK10 has overtaken Mr. C for 3rd place. A 140.2 versus a 142.9, so 2 seconds faster there. Not sure if Mr. C is trying to buy his time some fuel. I know that others have to pit, because a few did jump in a bit early. Mr. C has got more fuel than DK10 at least, and I don't think that is enough fuel to finish the race. It's only 5 minutes, but it's nearly 140 a lap, so that fuel is not enough. Chalk and Oskis. Oskis is retaking the lead from the Chalk. Keenley's still in 9th. Joyce is in 8th. Ricky J's in 7th after that contact with Dazzler, which fired him across the circuit for some weird reason and put him miles down the order. It's Dazzler in his 5th. Butler 4th. Not where he wants to be if he wants to put in that fight with Oskis. DK10's in 3rd place, and the front's looking a bit shardy now. The car is light, the car is fast, but it wasn't very freaking nimble. Front end was just biting and wasn't going nowhere. Chalk after Oskis. Got 4-way fight for 1st. Folks, 1.2 slower this sector. He's not too far behind Oskis either. I know Chalk does like this back section of the circuit. He's right up his street. I know we've been following him for a while, but it seems to be where the fight is between Oskis to Chalk right now. Cutler was involved in that, but he's just dropped off the back of DK10 as well. DK10 might want to try and apply himself to the back of these as Chalk goes round the outside on the exit of the final corner. Chalk trying to break that slipstream. Oskis is wise to that. Knows he was going to fade and then come back over. They need to come back for the racing line as DK10 is in the pits. Yep, underfueled. Mr. C gifted a 3rd place here. And DK10 Dazzler's then up to 4th place. 28 minutes coming up right now, so this could be the last lap. So I'll call them moving to 5th, DK10 down to 6th, Ricky J's in 7th, Joyce Keenley's and the Chalk's going 1st place. And Cutler's in 2nd, Oskis then down to 3rd place. As he turned the car down, don't want to risk the fuel stop, and that to turn the engine down. He might as well done. In the 142. Evening, buddy. How are you doing, brother? I'm good, thank you. How are you, my friend? It's freaking roasting, is it not? Absolutely roasted. But yeah, Oskis then, I can only imagine is saving fuel. We'll know by when he's on the straight the power output of that car. But Cutler then up to second place ahead of his rival who's in third, and Chalk may be becoming a new rival here. Got a gap in front of Mr. C. He does like a good exit off this corner, does he not? Done that really well. Red lining a granny out of it. This could be coming up to his last lap. It will be his last lap. So Chalk's going again. Mr. C will go again. As will Oskis. Is Dazzler going to go again? Dazzler, is he going to go? Dazzler might get another lap here. Oh, and a smidgen of fuel that he's got as well. He's going again. Old Crawler is going again. Going defensive as well as DK10 is trying to get in the slip. These two go again. Ricky J might be the first one over the line. Or is it going to be the Keenleys? No, could be Ricky J. Everybody's going to go at some point. He don't want to go again. He's finished in 7th place, bless him. He didn't want to go again. So that's Joyce 8th. The Keenleys will come home in 9th place eventually. Chalk then. He's got Mr. C not too far behind him. Mr. C saved what fuel he had, putting on a charge now after the Chalk. I don't think he's close enough. Not at all. Chalk then has had a good run here tonight at Fuji Speedway. 18 laps, 1 pit stop. Worked out well for the Chalk. Another race win under his belt for the Chalk. Congratulations, DMK Chalky 12. Giving her lights a flash, giving it a wobble over the line. Style points for you, my friend. Mr. C will come home in 2nd place. Oskis has had a brilliant race as well. Got to be said, down in 3rd place though, behind his rival, Mr. C. Dazzler will come home in 4th place. Limping home with the fuel as low as you like. Eventually, so long and straight that is. DK10 will come home in 5th after his shortfall of fuel. Old Crawler not quite making it on fuel, but coming home in 6th. He's out of fuel. Damn. And the Keenleys in 9th place, bringing up the rear. Congratulations to them. Wow, that was the minis. That was a good run. That was good. I'm going to close this stream and we're going to set up for Tokyo East Outer Loop. I'll be right back.